First time I met Anuj in the corridors of PPS Naba. From the very early days of the school, he was very much clear and focused of his goal of joining Indian Army and serve the nation like his father, Brigadier C.K. Sood. I had many conversations with Anuj and I never saw him distracted from his goal of joining Indian Army. Even in our group discussions in school amongst friends when we used to discuss our future goals, nobody used to ask him what his plans are. Everybody was very much clear what he is going to do. Even if somebody used to ask him, the other friend used to interrupt saying, "Ida ta pata hi hai yaar, inhe fauji banna."
Well, what struck me about Anuj from the time I first met him was how determined he was to be an army officer. His focus was very clear. He had grown up looking up to his father. He always wanted to emulate his father, who was his role model, and he believed that it was his destiny to be a soldier.
Anuj's father was in army. Probably that brought him the inspiration to join army too. He had a craze for it. And as far as I can recall, he also had a cap from one of the regiments. When Anuj cleared NDA while we were in class 12th, we all were really proud of him. And he was a huge inspiration for all the young folks. As Anuj led his life and carried himself, he was half a Fauji, half an army man before joining the army. That is one of the reasons we used to teasingly call him Fauji.
I would like to share the slam book which I have with me, in which he has penned down his comments in the last days of the school. I would like to share few of his comments which he has penned in this. There's a line, "I was on cloud 9 when I cleared my NDA exam." So we can imagine how happy he was, how much of hard work he did for achieving his dream. Then a line comes, "The person I admire the most," he writes, "my father." That is Brigadier Chandrakant Sood. A proud father must be feeling very proud of him today. A dream of becoming, he writes, an army officer. The thing to note down here is, he writes the army officer in capital letters, underlines that and is in inverted commas. So the love for the nation, the love for his aim is power of excellence, was power.
I also remember once I called him on phone when he was posted in Kashmir. I asked him, "Anuj, isn't it difficult out there and dangerous? Every second day we hear some terror attack happening in the valley." That time he replied, "Yaar, ਇਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਤਾਂ army join ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ, ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਤਾਂ ਅਸਲੀ ਸਵਾਦ ਆ." I clearly remember these lines from him. That time the thought stuck my mind, only a brave son can say it and do it. He always wanted to face the enemy head on.
I had known Major Anuj Sood for the last 13 years and had been friends with him right from his days at PPS Naba, where he did his 11th and 12th. I would like to read out a post he had put up on Instagram, which gives us an insight into the personality he was, the values he held on to in the due discharge of his duties with utmost valor and courage. So here it goes. When you are older, you will realize the only thing that matters, the only thing is that you had courage and honor. Lose those things and you'll be less than the dirt on your boots. You'll still be dust, but you'll have wasted your short time in the light. Rest in peace, Anuj. You've made all of us proud. Jai Hind.
I feel very proud that what was in his mind, what he thought of doing in his life, he did. And by sacrificing, by doing the supreme sacrifice for the nation, he has made all of us proud. The whole nation, the whole PPS fraternity, is very proud of Major Anuj Sood and is now an inspiration for the youngsters to come. But he was a very thorough gentleman. He always admired his father. He was having a very clear vision in his mind of joining the army. But it is hard reality that he has gone too early, sacrificing his life for the nation.
I think on behalf of the entire school community, I would like to salute his supreme sacrifice, and I'm very confident that his valor, his sacrifice will inspire the next generation of students in our school, not just in our school but in the entire country. Major Anuj Sood, we salute you.
I also remember during her 12th board, after completing her 12th board exams, Anuj was the first one to leave the hostel with his baggage. That time, none of our friends knew that he's also going to be the first one to leave us from this world. Sad, but more proud to have a brave friend like Anuj Sood in my life.
When the news of Handwara encounter poured in, we all were really shocked. Losing a soldier is always sad, but losing someone your own is tragic. You always wish for good health and life for your family and friends. And probably after this news, it took us a lot of time to digest what has really occurred. I feel lucky to know him and to know him well. He might have left us for his heavenly award, but he will stay in our hearts forever. Good work, Major. Jai Hind.